Call it luck or call it skill, but the Canucks D-core has always gotten valuable contributions from the unlikeliest of sources. Chris Tanev and Troy Stecher were undrafted college free agent signings. Ben Hutton was a 5th round pick, Alex Edler was a 3rd round pick, Kevin Bieksa was a 5th round pick, hell, Sami Salo was a 9th round pick. Well, not technically ours since he was drafted by the Senators, but I don't care, he is ours. Sami's a goat. I've never seen someone get injured as much as he did and yet still be that much of an impact player. Wait, does that make Chris Letang Salo 2.0? I'm getting sidetracked here, but the point is, underdogs are a staple of the Canucks blue line, and they may have just found another gem in Jalen Chatfield. If you haven't heard of Jalen Chatfield before, that's okay. I don't blame you. Chatfield spent last year with the Windsor Spitfires and was signed to the Canucks in March. At the time, the signing to, well, most of Canucks Nation was whelming. His boxcars didn't blow you away with 28 points in 60 games, not to mention that was a drop-off from the year before where he scored 37. His numbers simply weren't that of a player who saw first pairing minutes. He was, however, an excellent skater, an above-average play reader, and a reliable puck mover. The hallmarks of a Jim Benning certified defenseman. He was also a 6'1", 187-pound right-handed shot, a hot commodity in the NHL. And then the Memorial Cup happened, and fans were treated to what Chatfield was truly capable of. Playing with first-round pick Mikhail Sergachev, Chatfield and his Spitfires won the tournament. Windsor dominated with Chatfield on the ice, controlling 57% of the shots. And according to ProspectStats.com, the Spitfires scored 4% more of the goals on 5-on-5 with Chatfield on the ice opposed to off. He was on the top pairing, the first unit penalty kill, and the co-captain of the Memorial Cup winning team. He was also one of the best in the OHL at shot suppression. He basically did everything other than put up big points. Jalen Chatfield was put on the map and was suddenly a prospect to get excited about. He kept the hype building at Penticton at the Young Stars tournament where he looked like the Canucks' best defenseman. Against his peers, Chatfield looked more polished than most heading into the preseason. In the 2 games he's played in so far, he's recorded 2 goals and 3 assists. He's looked every bit the steady transitional defenseman that Jim Benning was so adamant on getting. He really is an incredibly smooth skater with the ability to distribute the puck in transition. He's good with the puck in his end, breaking out, crossing the neutral zone, and entering the opposing blue line. He's even solid patrolling the point. His game isn't flashy or anything, but to the fans of doing the little things right, he'll still give you reason to bring you to your feet. So what do I think his ceiling is? To be honest, I don't really know, but I think he has a really high floor. To me, I think Chatfield will be a bottom pairing defenseman in the NHL regardless. His understanding of the game and skating ability alone should be enough to warrant at least some NHL time in his career. What remains to be seen is if he can process the game at real NHL speeds and if his offense can keep up. Something tells me that his game will improve upon playing with better players who know their systems and can receive an NHL pass. If it does, then I can truly see him being a bona fide top 4 defenseman. His game reminds me a lot of Chris Tanev's, and if his career can be anything like Chris Tanev, that has to be considered a success. But Miroki, it's only preseason. Remember Sergei Shirokov? Pepperidge Farm does. And I mean, I know, I get it, I hear you. It's only the preseason. I shouldn't be getting ahead of myself, but I'd be lying if I didn't say I was at least a little bit excited. And I mean, it wouldn't be the first time he's proved people wrong. He was passed over 2 years in a row in the OHL draft, only to later be signed by the Spitfires, and that was a good signing for them. Let's see how it plays out for the Canucks. To end things off, let's assess where the Canucks blue line is right now and when we could realistically see Chatfield playing with the big boys. In my opinion, the Canucks top 6 is set with Edler, Stecher, Hutton, Tanev, and Del Zotto and Goodbranson. Then you have Alex Biega, Patrick Wierkoch, and Andre Padan who require waivers to be sent down to the AHL. Logistically, there's just no way Chatfield makes the team out of training camp. But it's not like it's an NHL or bust thing with Jalen Chatfield. He won't be spending another year in junior. He'll be down in the AHL plying his trade and learning the systems under Trent Cull. Then when injuries happen, and if you're the Canucks, they're bound to happen, I wouldn't be that surprised if Chatfield earns a call-up or 2 and ends up sticking with the team for the rest of the year. Just a little bit of time and some seasoning down in the AHL, and we could have a pretty good player on our hands. Well, that's gonna do it for me on my thoughts on Jalen Chatfield. I'd love to hear in the comment section down below how you guys think of him. Is he overhyped, or could he be the real deal? Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It really helps me out knowing if I'm doing stuff right or wrong. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting subscribe. The season's so close, and I would love it if you were to join me on this journey throughout the season. Alright, now I need to go figure out my fantasy hockey team.